So one of the organization that I joined, as I was shown around, I didn't have my jacket. I had my shirt and my trousers and no tie, no nothing, no jacket. And the manager was asking before he started, "Where is your jacket?" And I didn't understand what he was saying, what he meant. But what he was saying was that if you had your jacket, and as he was about to introduce me to different people for the first time, he wanted to make sure that I left a good impression on them. I came across as a professional, and I have some kind of like a style and approach. So that was one thing I learned, and I never made that mistake again. For every organization that I joined, I always made sure that I had a jacket, especially on the day I joined the organization. So anyway, on the first day that you get introduced, the first impression is very important. And some of the things you need to make that first impression positive is that your jacket is on, you look pretty smart, and you shake hand with eye contact, and you say, nice to meet you, and you try to remember their names because you're going to get lots of names introduced, thrown at you, and you might not remember all of them, which is fine, but you have to start putting a name to a face. And one technique I use is that, for example, someone says, this is Simon, and I look at him and somehow I see S in his face or something like that, something silly that will help you to remember, because it has to be silly for the mind to remember. If it's obvious, then you're not going to do that. So try to remember the names. And if you don't remember the names, no big deal. Don't get nervous. You can always meet them again and say, sorry, I forgot your name. What was your name again? And this time around, try to write it down, or try to write it down afterwards you have met them, because you need to build that repository of names so that you don't keep repeating their name. You don't want to keep meeting people and say, I don't remember their name, but somehow they remember my name. So you don't want to be in that situation. You want to be able to remember their name, and you have to start building that a repository of names that you remember, and start calling them by their name, because that's important. That's a way of getting yourself integrated into the team quickly. So the first impression is important as they introduce you with their names, what they do. They may ask you, what's your background? You may have to have certain sentences. Hey, I came back from banking background. I was working with the cloud computing. I did a project with the, moving applications to the cloud, something like that. And then you're going to be shown to someone else. So try to remember their names. Try to be smart. Try to shake hand, look in the eye with a smile, and at the same time, you want to make sure that you move in to the project team, start being there on time, start scheduling meetings, and you're very punctual. So they start realizing that your approach as a project manager, scrum master, whoever you are always punctual. You don't, you're not the last one to join, and you're not the early bird, like you join 2 minutes early or 5 minutes early. You're on the dot, and at the same time you are introducing yourself confidently. So they was going to say, okay, introduce yourself, let the team know who you are, make sure you have that 30-second rehearsal. My name is Sarfraz. I have just joined as a project manager. My role is going to be to help the project team to deliver the first phase, hopefully, as I was told, before Christmas. And I know that we can do this as a team. My background is a technical project management. I have a good understanding of technical terms, and I can be able to work with you and try to understand and capture the requirements, capture the key details, and help to move the project along. So I'm looking forward to work with you all. So something small, brief about yourself. And at the same time, say, I look forward to meeting you all one-on-one, have a coffee with you, so we get to know each other more. So make sure that is the first impression, that you come across as well-dressed, well kind of rounded person, excellent soft skills, excellent communication skills. People see you as somebody they can work with. They see you as a happy person. You look happy. You're smiling. You're not sad. So that is important, and that's the first impression. So I hope you keep watching these series of overcoming nervousness and gaining confidence on the job. The next video I'll talk about is building relationships, because that is important. That's what's going to keep you kind of in the game with the team who really value your participation. So next video will be about building relationships. I'll see you then.